one thing I noticed, I was just taking a look at my AI this morning, is that it's not very good when the opponent is above it. It doesn't know to attack above the opponent. It kind of knows it in certain situations, but when on the ground, it doesn't. So that's a bit problematic. So that's certainly one thing we can train. I think we can certainly train shield better and potentially try and work in some rolls, because right now there's like almost no probability of a roll. Um, so we can probably train that as well. Um, Another thing is underneath the platform, it can certainly get better at this, at being able to go towards either side. Um, and over here, I noticed it can do better at not chasing at the extremes of the map. And so why don't we can work on some of those. Um, and then if we have time, there's something interesting I'd like to explore. If we don't, we can explore it another date. But someone asked me how to make the AI just run instead of like attacking while it's running. So if you're far from here, just run towards the opponent, then attack. Um, and even though this sounds simple, it's surprisingly difficult because most of the time you're going to do like an attack as well. Um, so if we have time at the end, I can show you guys how at least I approach trying to do this. Um, I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but it's certainly the way humans play the game. And so I can show you how to train an AI in a way that more so resembles human play than what we're used to. Again, it's not necessarily desirable. I'll just show you guys how I do it. Um, all right, so let's get into it. Why don't we? Let me think about this. Um, let's start with just training like the uppercut. So the uppercut's good in this situation. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it knows how to do it when it seems like this ray intersects a wall, but not when this one does. So what we can do is we can practice it over here on this side. I'll just use the dummy. Oh, and while I do this, I might as well explain one of the new changes we made to the game. Um, it's basically this idea of canceling, right? So you are able to cancel early. So let's say there is an animation um, that takes like 60 frames to complete. So let's say this animation, for example. It takes less than 60 frames, but let's just say 60 frames for argument's sake. What we allow all players to do is cancel before the very last frame. But there is a range in which we can cancel. So for example, lighter fighters can cancel at an earlier rate. So if you saw, I canceled maybe like a little past halfway, right? Like maybe the 55% mark, I can cancel into another move. But for example, a very heavy fighter might only cancel at like the 80th percent mark. So when 80% of the animation is done. Okay, and this naturally gives lighter fighters an advantage, for example, to follow up much quicker. And the reason why this is important is because it allows them to, oh sorry, let me move my mouse. It allows them to do something called a true combo, which is essentially hitting your opponent while they're still in knockback, right, so that they can't escape. And in our game, when you land a true combo, it actually applies a multiplier on the knockback, so it hits them farther, right? So for example, if you hit them while they're still in knockback, it adds an additional 20% to the knockback. Okay, so this allows you to, for example, hit the opponent. Oh, that was bad. It allows you to hit the opponent farther than they otherwise would have went. And this is just a nice little addition that lighter fighters have. It might not seem major at smaller percentages, but at high percentages it certainly adds up. Another really nice thing about being able to cancel earlier is that you're able to get back onto platform faster, so you're able to string together combos. This is especially applicable because we added an early cancel on hit, right? So for example, let's say with uppercut, you're able to cancel at like the 60% mark. If you connect, then you're able to cancel maybe at the 50% mark. So if you actually hit the opponent, you're able to cancel earlier. So you can do something like that. And you saw the knockback was a lot bigger because we landed a true combo. And the way this gets really cool is when you're in the air, right? Where, for example, if you land a hit over here, you're able to cancel out of it earlier to get back onto platform faster. And this will allow you to do stuff like the back air, and then if it connects, you can like more easily get back onto platform. Historically, you actually couldn't cancel out of back air, and in fact, if you do back air and you don't connect, you still can't cancel early. But if you connect, you're able to cancel a little bit earlier. If you saw there, what I did is I was able to jump after landing a back air. Historically, you're not able to do that, right? I was able to do that without landing on the floor. And so we expect that this should enable a lot more really cool combos off platform, where you're able to do it. You won't have to wait for the animation to end like this. You're able to land it. It's a very powerful hit, and then get immediately back onto platform. So something like that, and you can start moving right away. So we think this is super cool. We hope people use this. It's going to take a little bit of exploration and trial and error to get really comfortable with this, but we think it's going to be a really cool mechanic. And it naturally advantages lighter fighters because they have more mobility now in the air, especially with combos. With that said, even heavy fighters can cancel early if they land combos, but it's just at a later part of the animation than the lighter fighters would be able to. Okay. I'll pause for a second to see if we have any questions on this before I get into training my AI.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Di Cheng says, is there a limit to the number of individual moves that can be used to compose a true combo?
Is there a limit?
Yes,
Yeah.
for example, like yeah, go.
Yes, there is a limit. You can't do it with every move. There are certain combinations of moves that work together to do a true combo, and others that do not. So I'll leave it up to you guys to figure out what those are. I know what they are, but I want you guys to kind of explore and get a sense for it. And there's a lot that I don't know as well. But there's some that I know for sure work, and then there's some maybe that we haven't even found out yet.
Yeah, so I guess like to that point, it's not a hard coded like cap is the thing that he's asking. It's more like a move mechanic things which we can buff and like debuff.
Oh, maybe I didn't understand. What exactly do you mean by that?
I think he probably asking is here like is if you attack connected 5 times and the opponent like your next move must not like a chain into a sun, something like that. It's more like a hard cap, I think.
Oh no, yeah. There's no hard cap. There is an implicit cap because if you keep connecting them like 5 times, you're gonna kill the opponent, like for sure. Like, so yeah, because you have to keep in mind if you keep connecting with true combos, it's gonna increase the knockback, right, each time. And the larger the knockback, the harder it is to land a true combo, right? True combos are much easier at low percentages than really, really high percentages. Does that make sense? Because if your opponent travels a lot farther and a lot faster, it's going to be hard to follow up and like hit them within the time that they escape knockback. Right? Like for example, it's like very hard to follow up and like connect with that before. Like I'm chasing, but it's gonna be like very hard. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. Yep, that's clear. Thanks. And just want a clarification because I think we covered like some really important concept in the last segment. So there are two part of canceling, right? There's a canceling that applies to your character based on the weight, and then on top of it, if you connect it, you got extra mileage off the canceling advantage that you can canceling even earlier. Just want to confirm. So there are two components. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. So for example, like I said, that the uppercut, maybe light fighters can cancel at 60%. But if you connect, maybe you cancel at 50%. Versus heavy fighters, maybe they cancel at 80%, and if they connect, they cancel at 70%, something like that. These are not the exact numbers, by the way. These are just purely examples.
Awesome, awesome. One last question for this segment for myself. Like, does the knockback multiplier applies to both the base and the growth, or it only apply to certain section of it?
Great question. It applies to both. So it applies, well, it applies to the overall knockback knockback units. We call it a knockback unit. So for example, you use the base and the growth to get the total knockback, right? And that's the number of knockback units that we have. The multiplier applies on the number of knockback units. So for example, if we use the base and the growth to say we have 50 knockback units for this hit, what we're going to do is we're going to apply the 20% increase on that. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. That's some really interesting insight. Awesome.
Cool. All right. So why don't we get into this? So if you guys remember, my guy was able to follow up with the uppercut on the left side of the wall for some reason, but not on the right side of the wall. I guess I didn't show it enough. So what I'll do is I'll just record my fighter jumping so that I'm able to kind of teach it to attack it when I'm below it. Okay, so that was one instance. I missed over there. Okay, I did it again. Let's just stop here. Let's just see what it's able to learn from that. I will just train angle to the opponent and distance to the opponent. I'll ramp up lambda. And yeah, that should be good. So it knows how to do that, but it destroyed the rest of it, and this is not good over here. So we're gonna hop back in. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm not just gonna train that. I'm gonna train it from all angles and from as many different places as possible. So from the left side, I want to show it. And from the right side, I want to show it. And I want to put it in a lot of different situations over here. And then same with here. And then I want to put it on this platform as well. So basically, I'm putting it in as many different situations as I expect it to be in the actual match. Maybe we even like put it on top of the wall if I can get it there. There you go. And then we can try from the other side. Man. One thing that's for sure is that heavy fighters, it's actually easier to control small movement. Lighter fighters, it's a bit harder. Okay, cool. And then, so it knows how to do that. Now I will attack it from above and then below. And then I want to move it to the other side, so it knows how to do it here as well. Okay, I think I gave it enough to show. I also just want to show it what to do when the opponent is on the ledge. And I'll show it on the other ledge as... Actually, let me get closer. I'll show it on the other ledge as well. I think we should be good here. What I'm gonna do, because I'm a little afraid that by me following my opponent so closely, it might mess up some stuff off platform. So I'm still gonna show it some recovery. I do this once in a while. I usually don't rely on it as much, But I am quite paranoid that because what I'm just showing it, it's very reliant on it following the opponent, that it might carry that over to off-platform stuff. So I'll end it off over here. So what I showed it was kind of just to follow the opponent as well as get back onto platform. So I'm going to try training this, see what's going on. And of course, this is like the classic follow and hit the opponent stuff. Your positioning I'm doing just because I showed it from the top corners, just to not jump or anything, just to come back onto platform. Let's try this and see what happens. I already know the shield is going to get destroyed. We're going to work on that a bit later. But I just care that it's able to track and hit the opponent for now. And it's not able to well. So did I jump? Is that why? Because I jumped first and then I hit it? Seems like that might be the case. It's not bad. You know what? This side's actually better than it was before in terms of it chasing less. So I might keep this, even though I'm not fully happy with what it did on platform. Yeah, it's certainly looking better. Where it looks like it might chase a bit off platform, but then it'll come back. Actually here, it does do the uppercut. Oh, because I have the jump held. Oops, my bad. Okay, let's see. I didn't realize I had it held. Let's see how the policies change. It's not bad actually. It still looks good. As I move closer to the edge. You know what? This is not horrible. This is not horrible. I don't like that it still needs a lot of work here when I'm facing the right direction. Oh, because I was facing the other direction when I showed it. But let's save this for now. Okay. I want to watch it in simulation just so I can find its weakness. I know this is a big weakness, which we'll work on. But I just want to see how it does. Oh, it's a nice shield, but it's doing pretty good. It follows up decently well. Okay, that was a nice back air. That was nice. Recovers quite nicely. All right, it's not bad. It recovers well. Okay, that was it. I don't need to see more. I think it recovers quite nicely. I do still want to improve on this right here, so I'll try to do that and not disrupt the rest of the stuff. So it was when I faced this direction, I believe. Okay, so I'll grab it, I'll throw, and then I'll follow up. Something like that. Grab it, throw, turn. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. Let me reset. Actually, it's just easier just to have it jump. Okay, that looked good. I'll do it a couple more times. I'll do it facing the other direction as well. Okay, now I'm gonna move it over here. Just, I want to balance it on both sides of the wall. Oh, it jumped. Okay, now, because I am worried about it only learning up, I'm still, oops. I still want to show it what to do when I'm above it. So I'll do that as well. Okay, and just for good measure, I just want to show it what to do on both sides. As you can tell, I'm balancing it with respect to the sides that we're training. So again, I'm gonna do direction, distance, and angle to opponent. Ramp up lambda. I'm not gonna do too many epochs. I'm gonna dial down learning rate. I want it to be pretty marginal. Good, good. Awesome, that's what we're talking about. Guys, that's, okay, this is not optimal. Oh, interesting, so it's gonna do low sweep here. And then when I'm above it, oops, when I'm above it, it has this weird thing where the raycasts at a certain point right there, it's causing it to do aerial, just a neutral air. It's so weird. I don't like discrete variables, guys. This is the reason. But overall, it looks to be pretty good. Pretty good. This, it could probably attack more to the left, but I'm not angry at it. I'm not angry at it. It's not bad. Off platform looks to be pretty good. Okay, we'll keep it. Okay, we'll see how it does against the guppy. My suspicion is that we're gonna lose, but we'll see. Yeah, see, it did that low sweep thing. Need to fix that. It's being quite aggressive. Ooh, not. Oh, look at that follow up. We are gonna work on defense right after this. If our policy's not horrible. Ah, that was really rough. Okay. We need to train that better as well. Okay. Okay, not bad. Oh, did you see that, by the way? Like, it did the down air right near the edge on the other side. So that's what we showed it earlier, so which is nice. Okay, it's really bad at recognizing direction. I need to fix that. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, it's really bad right now at understanding. Like, for example, if the guppy is to the left of it, it should face the left instead of attacking to the right still. So, lots to work on. Yeah, lots to work on. We have to prioritize what to work on, though. Yeah, Guppy's giving us a spanking over here. That was alright. Okay. Lots to work on. What I'm gonna... Okay, there's two things I want to work on primarily. So one is, it did this really weird thing off platform. I don't even know how the hell that happened. Guppy was doing something, and it altered my probabilities. I don't know what he was doing, but altered my probabilities, and all I was doing was neutral air down to my death. Anyway, since I can't identify what exactly that was right now, two things I know I need to train is this under the platform thing. It's not doing well, but before we train that, I just want to train a more defensive game. So I'm going to be focused on two things. One is shielding, and the other is rolling. So I'll try training against well-rounded. I'm going to mix in attacks here and there, but the majority is just to train defense. I want to train defense, yeah. I don't think I'm doing too good a job over here. Let's try and do the triple roll. So basically what I'm trying to do is just like be pretty defensive and just attack when it is advantageous. Oh, like right there I should have attacked better. And just teaching it to like roll a little. Hopefully this doesn't completely destroy the policy. I know it's going to increase defense by a lot, but I'm just curious to see how that looks. And hopefully it learns to also grab the opponent when it's shielding. So, okay, that was a lot of data, by the way. That was a lot of data. So if you're doing this, expect there to be like an insane, like a very long time for training. I'm probably going to cut it short. thing is, so I want to focus a lot on your action, opponent action. Also this too, because I followed up with some attacks. Direction, I care about the opponent was facing us when they were attacking. Let's just try this. Okay, so when I start training, it's going to take a long time. So I'm looking at the probabilities at the top over here, and I'm just going to, yeah, I'm just going to monitor to see if it's moving in a way that I like. So what I'm testing out here, I don't know if it's good or not, but I want to be a defense first strategy where basically we're defending a lot, and then only when the opponent is vulnerable, that's when we open up an attack. Okay, so that was the intent here. Will it work? I don't know. I'm testing it live on stream. If it does, that would be sick. If not, we can explore some other things. Okay. Once I click shield, yeah, we have an increased probability of shield. I want to see when the opponent does shield. Probability of grab increases, but we did it so few times relative to shield that it's like, it's minuscule. We can train that explicitly next time. I mean, it even got better at tracking the opponent, as weird as it sounds. Well, I guess we were attacking the opponent whenever it was kind of vulnerable, right? So it did learn to track it. I'm quite curious about this. It ruined what we had here. Let's see off-platform. Off-platform. Off-platform looks kind of rough. Actually, it's not bad. It's this like heavy to the right that's like making me nervous. It's like here, this is making me nervous. It'll just die here. Here it'll die as well. You know what though? Let's save it. I'm curious to see how the shield stuff works on platform, then we can always fix the off platform right after that. Okay. Let's hop in and let's face the guppy. I'm just very curious to see how this plays out. Okay. Good. So far, no major shield action over here. It's able to follow Guppy pretty well, but that's not... That was good. That was good. I'm just waiting for some more shield stuff. I see it's bringing it up, but it's not holding it. It like brings it up for like literally half a second. Like right there, it brought it up, but then it didn't follow through. I think we need to spend more time with... Oh, that was a very nice follow-up. Ooh. Oh, if that killed... Oh, sick, it did. That was a very nice kill. But it's not doing shield, which is not good, because we want it to do shield. Oh, damn, those are sick combos. Yeah, it's letting go too early. It's letting go too early. That's the problem. It's okay. We can fix that. We can fix that. Oh, a nice recovery. No. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Okay, cool. We taught it that earlier. My guy still remembers. Okay. Even though that was really cool, it was not doing shield. Let's hop into here. There's a high probability of doing shield. I'm just gonna toggle various things, see what disrupts that probability. Interesting. Okay, so what we need to do is bump up the conditional probability. We need to get those numbers up. Get those numbers up. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's just see. I'm just gonna do this. I hope this doesn't completely destroy my policy. I just want to focus on the conditional probability. I want to do a relatively small learning rate. Okay, it just... Okay, off platform, we're still good. So what we're doing is we're just increasing the probability of shield wholesale while on platform. Directions seem pretty much the same, which is good. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're just increasing the probability of shield. Let's do a quick save and let's hop back in and see how we do against Guppy. We probably could have got away with increasing it more, but c'est la vie. Okay. Come on. Okay. Nice, it grabbed it. Nice, nice, nice. Told you guys, when we're in that situation, it's a guaranteed KO. Oh my goodness. Damn, we got lucky we survived that. Okay, we're getting absolutely decimated here, and still no sign, still no sign of shielding. Oh yes, yes, we did shield, and we perfect shielded. Okay, we're making some progress. Okay, we need to fix that, but we did some perfect shield. That match was too quick, so I'll do another one. I just want to make sure that we do. There we go. We're doing shield more. Okay, perfect. Yes! Okay, we're getting better, guys. We're getting better. Just need to train a much better... also, I need the teacher to do shield against the projectile. But we need to train a much better recovery policy near the edge of the platform. Guys, we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. I think in a few more weeks, we're going to have a very good AI. Yeah, like right there, that's our big weakness. You guys have no clue how much I wish I could train this guy while we're not streaming, but I'm trying to be strict and only do it on stream. This guy has so much potential. Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh, that was close, that was close. Just mistimed it a little bit. Ooh, I blocked it for half a second. Almost a perfect shield on it. Okay, it needs to learn to grab it there. Okay, not bad, not bad. We lost, but we're showing improvement. So, we need to fix this awful habit right here. Like, instant KO right here. Instant KO right here. We're gonna fix that right now. So, same method I showed you guys before, but I was practicing this the other day, and I like doing it like this method now, So just do it and then run to the other side, almost like a whole loop, and just keep doing it in this loop like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna start it. Actually, that was bad. Let me reset. I like first getting the hang of it. 1, 2. That was the first one. The second one. Third one. Now I'll switch sides. There you go. Do 3 per side. And so what I did is I did jump, then this, then this. I like switching it up. So now I'll do, for example, the uppercut. Oh, that was bad. So I'll just show you guys an example. So what I'll do is I'll start with jump and then uppercut and then flip kick. I'll reset it because I didn't mean to turn data collection on. And then I'll do uppercut, jump, and then flip kick. And then I'll do flip kick, up, jump, and then uppercut, like something like that. So I'll do that right now. So I'll go 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Other side. 1, 1, 2. I always do like a test run. 1, 1, 2. That one was good. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Okay, so now I got comfortable with the jump, then uppercut, then flip kick. Now what I'll do is I'll do uppercut, then flip kick, then jump. Right? I'll just practice it a few times so I don't have to reset. Okay, I'm pretty comfortable. That was 1. That was 2. That was 3. I'll do it on the other side. I'm gonna practice it first just so I'm comfortable. Okay, so I did that, and then the last one is I want to start off with the flip kick and then jump and then uppercut. Okay. Ah, that was so bad. But you know what? We collected enough data. I'm not going to reset now. And mostly because we're running out of time. If we had more time, I would do a reset. Like when I'm actually training it, I like collecting like perfect data. Although it might not matter because of interpolation, remember guys? Okay, I'll hop into training config. Typical ramp up lambdas. We're gonna do oversampling here. Turn down learning rate a little so it's more fine-tuned. Turn down batch size. And yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that. The reason again, for those who haven't watched the previous sessions, why we do oversampling is because I actually want sparsity. Because otherwise your AI will just hit up on the platform and it'll just kill itself. Because once you hit the platform, it applies negative velocity downwards, right? Or sorry, not negative velocity downwards, just negative velocity, which goes downwards. What we want to see, good. We want to see an increased probability of going to the right. This is exactly what we want to see. And on this side, that's not good. But here it's good. Increased probability of going to the right. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's certainly better. Right? If we jump, you know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try doing your action as well. Just so there's some conditional probability. Might make it worse, might make it better. We'll see. We're in the game of experimenting right now. Okay, when I'm here, it's going to the right. Depends what direction I'm facing. Interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, so if I'm overly reliant on my current action, it seems like it's generating some strange things because I only showed it that in those situations. So I'm gonna remove your action. Let's see if it changes anything. That's weird. I'm gonna end it early because I think I've seen enough. Okay, this needs a lot of work. I don't think it's enough time to tackle this all in the rest of the session. But this is certainly looking a little better, at least. That in these situations, it's able to get out of it. But the condition, right? The condition is that it has to be doing an action in the direction, right? Because you saw what I was doing was my guy, I was going off platform and then I was going here, right? I was going in a circle. Oh, that was weird that the screen turned black. I was going in a circle. So I was always facing the direction I was trying to go. So what it learned is that when I'm holding this and I'm facing this direction, then keep going there, right? Because if you look here, as soon as I switch directions, it doesn't know to keep going there, right? So that was a weakness on the data that I collected, is that I always faced this direction, right? And I always held the arrows in this direction. It doesn't know what to do when I'm here and I hold the opposite direction because I never showed it that. Similarly, over here, I always held the direction pointing towards the right side of the platform, going towards here. I never held the direction going the other end from here, right? So this is stuff that you could incorporate in your training. Maybe we'll tackle it next week, but let's just turn this off for now. I don't like how much it changed the policy on platform. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dial down the learning rate a little, turn down epochs and turn batch size all the way down. I just wanted to change it a little bit just so that it gets a little better off platform. It's still altering the shield, but you know what, that's fine, honestly. Here, it's looking good. Overall, it's not looking bad. It's increasing the probabilities in ways that I want it to. Can it be better? It's definitely, but I think this will take like a few tries. At the very least here, it's not like instant suicide if it's facing like this direction. Similarly, if it's facing this direction, there's some probability of going here, but it's not. And if I hold my direction there, then it'll save itself. So you just have to hope it does that. But it's certainly better than it was before. I'll do a quick save over here. This was a very interesting insight that we found, that if we hold the opposite direction, it's like an instant KO over here, and similarly here if we hold the opposite direction. So what we need to do is we need to work that into training, where we go into this, hold the opposite direction, and then this is quite complicated actually, because we have to hold the opposite direction, turn data collection on, and then immediately go show it how to recover from that. Let me do a little thinking on this, because it needs some care in order to implement this properly. Because what can happen is that if you hold this direction, it could show the AI to go here, which is not what we want. So I'll come back next week and hopefully I have a solution around this. We'll just end this off with simulation against Guppy, just one final one, and then I can open it up for some questions. Nice. Okay. Nice. Nice. Grabbed it. Beautiful. Okay, we're one stock up. Okay, good, good, good. It survived there. I was worried. Good, it's surviving in places that normally it would die, because again, we were facing the correct direction. If we're facing the incorrect direction, it still doesn't know what to do, but we will work on that later. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. All right, 2 stocks up. Are we gonna beat the guppy to end it off? Jeez. Just tore us. Nice. Oh, I should have attacked. Okay, but we did a perfect stun. Perfect shield. Okay, we got a little lucky with a few of those that Guppy ended up in places that he couldn't recover from. But I think that's a good way to end it off. Does anyone have any questions?
Yo, that's a huge W.
Yeah, man.
D-Chunk's got one question. He say that he see that you sticking to one stage mostly during this training. At what point that you start to explore your AI behavior in other platforms?
Yes, that is an excellent question. That's a great question. I have two approaches. I haven't tested out which one works the best. But approach number one is what I'm doing here. And basically I'm doing it here for convenience, where I will train my AI on one platform to get a solid policy. And then after that, once I'm happy with the policy at a base level, I then see how it performs on the other platforms, find its weaknesses there, and then fine tune it. Or the other approach, but this takes longer, which is why I don't do it for these sessions, is that let's say I'm training return to platform. I will fine tune it on every single stage, right? Before I move on to a new skill like shielding, and then I'll perform shield and try and master that on every single stage, and I'll build it up that way. But this approach, I think it's more robust, but it takes a lot more time, which is why I don't do it kind of like on these get good sessions. For some of my other fighters, I will do it that way, but not for this specific guy, because this guy we're only training literally just for like 1 hour. Once per week, you know what I mean?
Makes perfect sense. Yep. Got a thank you from D-Chunks. I love the questions. Mandelbrot's typing. Maybe we'll wait for him.
Sure.
And then we can wrap up this session.
Awesome. That sounds good to me.
He has a follow-up question. He say, when you train your AI on other maps, do you mainly focus on recovery platform or also the combat policy?
Both, because let me show you. So if you remember earlier that our AI knew how to like do uppercut here when it was facing like the opponent was in this specific situation and this intersected the platforms, and like here it doesn't know how to do it. Similar things happen on other maps. Like if I hop into like this one, which is the Colosseum, it doesn't know what to do it here as well, right? And it's because the rays are intercepting in different places. And so this is part of combat. This is not purely for getting back onto platform. So yeah, it's a lot of things, because sometimes like you'd be surprised that the rays like affect the policy so much in terms of the direction you go. and the rays will intersect in different places for every single type of map, right? Like you see just as I switch maps, and the opponent's in the exact same position, but it's altering the policy and the direction, right? Everything starts changing. So yeah, I alter it on the maps as well for combat.